ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
This is your first look at sports. I'm Jonathan Benson. The Bahamas Parents Association of Track and Field Athletes held its annual general meeting and election of officers over the weekend. Every member of the previous slate was returned, and for good reason. Those individuals have been instrumental in getting a number of Bahamian student athletes off to school abroad, including Desmond Major and Olympian Trevor Vanomaki.
I am really grateful to the association as it has been helpful in securing my son a full scholarship at Benedict College this upcoming semester.
At the time, I think my son couldn't do it. And with this Parents Association with Mr. Petty and Mr. Bernard, they pushed my son a far way. Now, in South Payne College, doing extremely very well.
Now, it's also important to note that Shawnee Miller is a product of the Parents Association. Her father, Sean, who's an executive with the Coaches Association, says it's vital that both associations continue to work together in order to get the best possible results.
We have some unfortunate kids out there that mightn't have the grades. The Parents Association goes to the schools and well, they help assist, as far as letting the schools know that, hey, this kid mightn't have qualified for Division I, but here is a junior college and here's an athlete in the Bahamas that we could probably get him into school.
Now, Bahamas Olympic Committee Vice President Iram Lewis made it a point to be an observer at the Parents Association elections, and he was happy with the way things turned out.
We in the BOC and by extension the B3As also will be showing our support behind to ensure that the scholarship search program takes off and as many parents again as possible is involved in the bringing of the children.
Well, the Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association is happy with the way its Farm Road Mini Tennis Open turned out over the weekend, and special thanks has to go to Bahamas Striping, who came on board to lend a helping hand.
I think sports is definitely a great outlet for the young kids. It's programs like this is what I think is needed more of in the Bahamas, whereby we could give our young kids a more positive way to spend their time and pretty much have them keep them focused and try and deter them from a life of crime. I think that my company has always been given back to the community, and we look for projects like this that bring the young people involved and give them an opportunity to showcase their skills and learn more skills. So you could definitely see my company being a part of projects like this.
Team Bahamas opening up competition yesterday at the Americas Zone 3 Davis Cup tie in Bolivia. Devin Mullings took to the court first, and he got the Bahamas off to a fast start, winning 6-3 and 3 over Luis Garcia. Kevin Major Jr. took to the court next, and he was not as fortunate. Major lost his match to Walner Espinosa by an identical 6-3, 6-3 scoreline. That meant it came down to the doubles, and Jamal Adderley and Marvin Roll were up to the task. They disposed of John Silva and Walner Espinosa 7-6 and 6-4. The Bahamas had the day off. They take back to the court again tomorrow. Well, it appears that the saga within the B3A's executive is continuing to escalate. Reports have surfaced about an incident which almost turned into a physical altercation at the association's last meeting. Vice President Iram Lewis is one of 3 members fighting a vote of no confidence, and he spoke briefly about the latest round of events.
It got kind of heated in the meeting, but at the end of the day, cool head prevails, and we're going to try to show that even though we may have differing opinion, we can still settle matters as adults in a peaceful manner, because if we go out there and react violently and show that we cannot resolve our conflict, then we'll be sending the wrong message to the same inner city children and children across the Bahamas that will be watching us.
Well, 2013 has been a banner year so far for track and field standout Shawnee Miller. In addition to winning the Austin Seeley Award at the Carifta Games, Miller also won an individual indoor title for the Georgia Bulldogs while picking up a second-place finish at the Outdoor Nationals. Shawnee's father, Sean, has been very instrumental in her success, and we recently spoke with him to get his views on her 2013 season.
So far, she's had a very good season. There was a slow start, she was out for a while because she got re-injured during the Olympic Games, but she was in George Clare's hands, and I think he did a stellar job as far as getting Shanae ready for the season. She never was, in my view, 100%, but being such a warrior, she came out and she performed well. So far, you know, we're pleased with what she's done, and right now, making preparation to bring her into Freeport for nationals. And I think, I'm not certain, but I think the coach is eyeing the 200 meters.
Now, Sean went on to speak about why Shawnee is more likely to run the 200 meters during the nationals.
She ran at the NCAA national, the 400 meters, but being a competitor and being very competitive, she's looking at the field, and he's also looking at how competitive the 200 meter field is this year. There are a lot of champions that's going to be in the 200 meter at our senior nationals, and he wants to be in the mix in that as well.
So there's no chance for her to double?
How the schedule is set up, it'll be extremely difficult for her to double at nationals.
Well, following a win at the New Providence Cycling Association's Road Race Championships over the weekend, Jay Major is gearing up for the Bahamas Cycling Federation's National Championships next month, and he knows it's not going to be easy.
I come into the Nationals with high expectation. I'm looking to win it. It's going to be a next race like this. It comes down to strategy. It's a long race. Nutrition is going to play a key as well. The competition always steps up a notch in Nationals because everybody wants to win and they actually train all year for it. So the competition is going to be very stiff.
Now, Major also went on to talk about what his schedule looks like following the Nationals.
After Nationals, I'm going to the Toy Dairylands up in Wisconsin to do an 11-day stage race. Then after that, I'm off to Canada to do the longest junior stage race in the world called Toy Bitterby. Preparation for those type of races are long days on the bike, 4 or 5 hours a day on the bike. Keeping your body up in tip-top shape and just training and riding your bike, riding really hard, staying focused on what you have to do. Last year in the Bitterby, I came 55th out of 165 juniors. So I'm looking to get up in the top 20, top 10 probably. What I'm really looking for is to win stages.
Well, summertime is upon us, and a couple of camps have already gotten underway. Among them is the Basketball Smiles camp at the C.I. Gibson Courts. Our Charles Fisher passed by to check things out.
In its 14th year, the C.I. Gibson Courts are buzzing with excitement. 70 to 80 girls are learning the basic fundamental skills of basketball and life. Campus are divided according to age, skills, and size. It's free, and all coaches are volunteers.
Our goal is just to bring a smile and some happiness to these kids. Our goal is we come over here a week of happiness, to make one smile. It will all be worth it. Our goal is to teach these kids life lessons of self-respect, being a good citizen, staying in school, getting their education.
Camp coordinator Patty Johnson focus is all about the girls.
It's definitely a plus for girls. We need as many props as we can get, and this is one of them. Because for years I've been crying. In the States, the girls play 100 games, and here we only play about 20, if we're lucky.
Patty's goal is to not just develop basketball players, but help build future leaders in the Bahamas.
The thing about the camp is just real. The message is real. It's a taste of reality. You work hard, you get rewarded. No education, no scholarship. It's basically a touch of reality. What you see here is just a tad bit of what you do if you're interested in taking your game to the next level.
The basics are taught: shooting, dribbling, and defense. Randy Thompson, who has been coming here since the inception, says he has noticed a jump in skill level.
The skill level over the last 14 years has really increased, and we can't take credit for it, but the Bahamian coaches have learned and have adapted, and we have noticed a great level of skill increase.
The camp will wrap up on Thursday. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks a lot, Charles. And that will do it for sports, but don't go anywhere. There's more to come after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.